6:30, we continue to follow breaking news. More than 55,000 LA County union workers are on strike today. Rich Prickett is in Sky 5 overhead with that massive rally and march in downtown Los Angeles.
Rich?
Lou, we watched a massive crowd make its way through the streets of Los Angeles, taking up multiple city blocks. Tens of thousands of LA County union workers that have protested and will be protesting over the next day and a half. Right now, the march has come to a stop here at Figueroa and 5th Street. We have seen the crowd thin out some, but still a massive crowd remains here in the downtown area. And recently, we've seen some of the members here sitting down in the middle of the street and refusing to join together with the rest of the crowd. So LAPD is here on hand, and we'll see if there's any arrests that will be made. But as you mentioned, tens of thousands of union members picketing and marching through the city of Los Angeles. This will carry on throughout throughout the day, so expect some of the streets to be impacted. For now, I'm Rich in Sky 5. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Down in KTLA 5's Chip Yost there with the protesters. Chip?
Yeah, hey there, guys. We are here downtown. We're right by the 5th Street entrance to the 110 freeway. As you exit downtown here, as you heard from Sky 5, you have these folks here. We heard there was going to be some civil disobedience. This appears to be what they had in mind. They're sitting here near the entrance to the 110 freeway. And you can see they have a sign down there that says LA County Workers on Strike, and ULP. They said that stands for Unfair Labor Practices. We're talking to this gentleman. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. We're live on KTLA right now. We're wondering, tell me about the plan here. What's the plan here?
Well, we're planning here to stand here until the county recognizes us and we agree to come back to the bargaining table and rationalize to give us a decent, fair contract.
And we heard there was a plan for some civil disobedience. Are you all prepared to get arrested if it comes to that?
That's right. We're standing here. We're standing our ground. We've been strong, standing in LA County, working in the public for public sector's workers. And these are our streets, and we're going to stand here until the county recognizes us. If it causes us to get arrested, so be it.
Tell me where you work with the county.
I work at Santa Fe Springs. I'm a children's social worker.
And what is your biggest issue with the negotiations right now?
Our biggest issue is that we've been fighting through all these things, disasters and stuff of that nature. We're the ones who clean up after disasters. We're the ones who deal with and work with these things when they come out lawsuits. We're the ones who are working, and the people are making allegations against us. So we're the ones who are taking all the heat and the flag. So me, as a strong union member, second generation, I say that it's for the people, it's our stuff, respect us. You know, and that's the biggest thing for me. They're not respecting us. First responders, we're first responders. We're out there along with law enforcement, police, and everyone else, and they're not even respecting them as well. We've been doing the work. This is our place, it's our country. We built this place. We're going to stand here, and they drag us out of here.
And are you in the same boat? Where do you work, sir?
I work for Health Services in Palmdale.
And are you prepared to get arrested as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And tell me about offered, or was there a raise offered by the county initially?
It was not suitable. It was not. We last season we had a contract. We got a 12.5% increase in our COLA. This year they offered us 0. And they went up to 1%.
Starting next year for the 1%.
Starting next year.
The other thing is that the county does $7.7 billion in contracting out. Yeah. They contract out social workers, health workers, nurses, mental health services. The amount of contracting out is insane for the county. And we are tired of constantly being bullied into submission every time that we raise any type of grievance.
Thank you for talking to me. What were your names?
Jerry Clyde.
And Drew Reed.
Right, thank you for talking to me. Appreciate it. And if you look over here, you can see that the police, it looks like there are getting more police lined up. I don't know if we'll get a comment from that. See where. Anyway, we'll get over here and see if we can ask them. Can you all tell us what's the plan from the LAPD side?
I'm going to go ahead and push the media back. We're going to start pushing the media right now because our team's going to come in right now.
What was that? I'm sorry, what was that?
We're just going to have you guys move a little further back. That's all.
Can you tell us what your plan is real quick? We're live on KTLA, so I just want to give an update to the folks.
I'll have the PIO give you an update.
Okay, thank you. So you see some officers getting lined up back there. We'll have to wait and see. We have seen, before we came on air, we saw what looked like a representative for SEIU talking to one of the officers, going back and forth. I don't know if there's a plan in place just to give themselves up and get arrested, or if they'll eventually let them maybe stay here, give them a chance to get up and leave before any arrest happens. But we'll have to wait and see. You heard we tried to get some information. Are you the PIO, sir?
No, I'm not, sir.
Oh, okay.
We're labor relations. They're going to come.
Labor relations?
Yes. Can you move back a little bit more?
Okay. And why do you need us moving back? What's going on?
Also safety.
So you can see a situation developing. It does look like something is about to happen, though, because you see the officers lining up behind these striking workers who say they are willing to get arrested to make their point that they believe they deserve a better offer than what they're getting from the county in this labor dispute. And just to reiterate, if you weren't with us earlier, this is more than half of the county's workers on strike right now. There are 55,000 members of this union on strike. That represents more than half of all county employees. So a lot of services affected by this. More than a dozen libraries closed today. Some health. Here comes the police moving in right now. Matt, if you look over there, you see the police. Matt, you see the police moving in right there. So it looks like this is about to come to a head here. I imagine they'll give them the choice. They can get up and leave, or they can choose to go to jail, but it seems like they want to make a point and get arrested and go to jail as part of this demonstration. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. It's really loud up here. If you're seeing this from the air, too, from Sky 5 up there, you can probably see some of the movements of the police officers coming in around the corner. Turns out there were a lot more police around the corner than what we saw from street level here. They're all coming around right now. So what do we have here? About 4, 8... it looks like a little more than a dozen folks sitting there in the middle of the street. A couple of them with their fists in the air, waiting to see what happens.
Yes, Chip, we can hear you. And as that gentleman said that you spoke to, he basically said they are willing to be arrested today to make their point. This massive march, 55,000 LA County workers, and as Chip mentioned, that's half of the county employees. We're covering this from the ground, as you can see here. This is the first person who will likely be arrested here and be taken in and booked. Also, Rich Prickett is above in Sky 5 as well, and as Chip mentioned, Rich, a lot of officers came around the corner. Didn't see that.
Yeah, they were on hand here as these union workers were sitting down in the street and refusing to leave. So we're seeing more than a dozen LAPD officers here for about a dozen county workers that are sitting around this banner right near 5th and Vermont. Now they are blocking basically access to the 110 freeway. So they definitely they wanted to try and avoid any of the protesters from blocking off the streets. This was a march that was making its way down Grand. We saw tens of thousands of LA County Union members march through the streets, and then it just came to a halt here near 5th and Figueroa. And then shortly after that, we saw about a dozen of those members sitting in the street and now being taken into custody and will likely be taken to jail and see some sort of misdemeanor offenses. But, you know, they mentioned that some of these members were willing to be arrested, and that's exactly what we are seeing now. So this has been taking place, I would say, for the past 30 minutes or so, and we've seen about 3 or 4 people being arrested as of now.
Yeah, and pretty much, pretty peaceful. You've seen the police actually go up to an individual that's sitting on the street and saying, we're going to arrest you. And the first one actually stood up. So did the man we just saw taken away. One person they did have to pick up, but there was no resistance. So this is a systematic situation where they will just, handcuff each of these protesters, take them away, take them to jail for processing. And of course, it'll be up to the city attorney whether to actually file charges and prosecute. And most likely, again, this is pretty symbolic. And most likely the charges against these protesters will be dropped because they appear to be cooperating.
Bye.